I'm happy to do this again. I've missed this.
It's been a
Here we
little
are.
bit,
Yeah.
and I didn't walk you. We haven't talked a lot over the past couple weeks, but I didn't workshop this with you at all. But I'm workshopping some new names for my segment on the podcast. It's like coast to coast, maybe like wait, where you froze?
No, I'm waiting for you to speak. I didn't freeze.
Hmm.
I'm golden.
That was the anticipation.
You're like, I'm a new name. I'm like, I'm ready. Let's
Coast to
go.
coast, chasing beers and pizza. Coast to coast, chasing dad bod. Coast to coast, maybe breaking down
Yeah.
boxes in record
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. So, I mean, we have briefly talked, but I know you had a lot happening in your California world. So I told you, listen, don't stress it. Do what you got to do. And when you feel like you can kind of wrap your head around just relaxed conversations where you have the time to do it, then we'll do it. Otherwise, don't stress it. So
Let's talk about this because
yeah,
I
go
want
ahead,
to know
go
if like you've
ahead.
had this feeling. So the family and I, we moved last Monday, so it's a week ago today. Okay, I I still worked out. I've worked out at least twice, maybe three times since Monday, which in all standards is not like a, it's a fine amount to work out, right? It's like
Yeah,
I still got
yeah,
to the
yeah.
gym a couple times of the week. Dude, I feel like a sloth. I feel like I might have not worked out for a year. Like I'm staring at myself in the mirror. I'm just like, dude, like what's going on with your body, your face? Do you know what I'm doing right now, Joel? It's a Monday. I'm drinking bourbon. Uh, I don't know if like
Dude, this is real talk, dude. This is real
what's
talk.
the name of the other pod CrossFit pod guys? Poor Brothers, the
Coach Mike?
Mike's podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're always sipping. I think we have a collab going on because I might not do CrossFit anymore, and I might just sip bourbon on Mondays.
Mike has found the synthesis. He can do both. He can drink some whiskey and then he can come in and just slam some heavy barbells. God bless him. I don't know how he does it, but
But
so you
man,
moved.
the
You moved a week ago.
Yeah, I moved a week ago, which is it's just never like a one day thing, right? You have multiple days. You get the house kind of unpacked. You are eating takeout. People are so nice. People are bringing. We had so many friends bring us like pizza, different dinners. You're just hanging out. There's so many. Let's just open up a bottle of wine because it's the first night. Let's make cocktails with friends because it's the first time. I feel like I blinked and I have no idea like what day it is. I haven't done. Jason's been programming me workouts. God bless him. I haven't been doing them. Um, and I guess I'm paying for them still, but like I just haven't been getting to the gym. And it's almost like once you get into a routine and you're like, this is the standard I set for myself of what I want to do. It's so much harder than if you don't expect anything of yourself and then you're just excited that you do something. Because
Isn't that funny?
when you like expect something of yourself and it doesn't happen, it feels so much worse than the opposite, the flip side, when it's just like, hey, anything is
Whatever.
gravy and you're just going to show up and then it's like, man, I feel great today.
Yeah, it's so much of that is just it's all mental, right? That whole thing is a mental thing. Because you're like, if you expect this thing from yourself and you fall away from your high expectation, you're like, oh, that's such a bummer. But if you're like, dude, I'm moving a big family, packing up, changing houses, going here, doing this, and you don't have the luxury of, you have a good community there now, but I mean, you had such a massive community in Virginia that was, had been crafted over 34, 35 years of your life. for you moving in Virginia, it probably would have been a little bit more forgiving than having to move in California. So, because so much is just on you, it's all on you. And I think you talking about that move reminded me of us getting you to California. Like, diet is absolute trash. We're like, you eat what time will allow you to eat. There's no meal planning. There's no perfect amount of sleep, no alcohol. You're like, dude, I just want a cold beer. And then all of a sudden that turns into 3, and then you're eating someone brings you a Chipotle takeout or a pizza, and you're like, this is not what I usually eat.
You want to know
it
something
is what it is
about that?
Yes,
is
I want all of it.
You know how we're just everybody just knows that our phones are just listening to us all the time and feeding us like what we're like looking at. So I typically get like a really good mix of like early 2000s rock, something corporate, like just like
Yep.
let me show you Andrew McMahon or like Haley Williams or somebody just doing something epic in like the early 2000s, 2010s. So that cooking videos, just because, just recipes.
You love
like,
cooking.
I love cooking
too. Yeah,
and
you're a great
CrossFit.
cook.
Like those are the 3 things that just kind of overlap. And if somebody looked at it, they would be like, what the heck is your algorithm? Because it will be like this 5-star chef doing this thing, this barbecue guy like stuffing his face with brisket, like super jacked dudes doing CrossFit, and then Matt Bellamy doing guitar solos. To the last couple days, I started getting fed some beer ads. It was just like, do you know what the best Modelo is? It's the earned Modelo.
That's how you know you're spiraling. You're like, wait, they know. That's incredible.
It's so funny.
That's
so
incredible.
Good.
They got you, dude. Man, they're listening. They're listening.
They know exactly. They know they have me for this momentary time. They're like, we got to capitalize. We need this guy to start going and buying some Modelo right now. We're in his wallet.
Like, there's like a secret cluster of like marketing guys in like this like secret room with like a wall of monitors. Beep, 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 boop, beep. Peter moved. Go now. Go. Modelo. Icy cold with a lime. You're like, I do want that. They're like, excellent. Boop, 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 boop. They got you.
Yeah.
They got you.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like... Well, go ahead.
I was going to say, like, we've talked a lot about when our work and our spouses or our families get in the way of working out.
Sure, yeah.
Like, what that feels like.
Nature of life.
You're just like... For a while, I was like an early morning workout person where I was like, hey, I have to get it in at like 6 a.m. And if I don't get it in at 6 a.m., it's not going to happen because life kind of gets in the way. And then Carrie went back to working nights. The scheduling just doesn't work for me to like some days get up and do it in the morning, some days don't. And so just kind of like I got back onto like the 12 o'clock or late afternoon train, sometimes the morning still, but and just like that frustration of like what that feels like, right? For like you, like how do you deal with like the thing that I'm talking about, where it's like the frustration of not doing it, but then also just like kind of falling off and just kind of like missing all of your expectation of like yourself and like what you want to accomplish. Like I'm trying to figure out how to like get myself plug back into the game right now.
Man, actually a really good example of that kind of life kind of slapping you in like a really brutal way. You're like, God, that really sucked. Last week, I was in between jobs, and not in between careers, but in between like one client going to the next. I had a gap. I'm like hauling ass to get to the gym. Like, I think I can make the nooner. It's fine. I'll be there like 5-10 minutes late, whatever. Well, those first, and if you do CrossFit, you know this, the first 5 or 10 minutes is the debrief and then stretching, lots of mobility stretching, warming your body up to do what you need to do. Well, I was late, and I was like, I saw the workout's fine. Fast forward, I really, really hurt my back on a front squat. And it was only later on that I kind of put together, I was like, man, I've never hurt myself on any squat, overhead squat, back squat, front squat, never had any issue. And it was really, really bad. And I thought, what happened? I was like, dude, I wasn't warm. I just grabbed it. Yeah, that's fine. I know how to do this. And I started ripping, and it cost me. Like, it cost me maybe 3 days. I feel okay right now, but it was like really actively be like, oh, I got to figure this out. And that's an example of,
You didn't like
I guess,
slip a disc, you just like had a muscle spasm or something.
basically my buns gave out. My buns gave out. I was in the bottom of a heavy front squat. I was on rep 7 out of 24, and I was in the bottom, and I think I either went down and I was maybe went for like a re belly breath or something in the bottom to come up, and I somehow gave up tension in my quads or my butt, and then my back responded when it was like, oh, you're not carrying, and my back tried to grab it, and it like just pop. I was like, all that to say, I thought, man, like that was me not being wise enough to know when life is coming in to interrupt something. I need to be aware of that. Like, I'm pushing my schedule. Why did my ego tell me lift this number? Because I told you after, you're like, why were you doing that number? Why were
This is
you
the 155 day.
155 for 24 and my one rep is a 215? You're like, what were you doing? That's insane. Why'd you do that? I was like, I mean, I can do it. You're like, that's not the point, dude. Like, you should have done 115 maybe. Like,
Yeah, it's like one thing if it was in a lifting session,
right.
another if it's like a part of a Metcon where you're just kind of like ripping through.
Yeah, it was foolish of me to do it, and it was foolish of me to rush. I should have just said, hey, I'll just make the 4 o'clock. I don't need to do noon and rush in and whatever. It is what it is. But that was an example for me where life got in the way, and I just didn't. I didn't have my radar up, my caution lights up to say, hey, like, be patient for a minute, take a second, think about this, because it can, it can ruin a week. But grateful I'm coming back, feel good. But how I deal with all that stuff, man, it's like, I try to be really grateful for any progress. I think I need to change my perspective instead of being like, I really need to catch up to all these guys ahead of me, all these dudes I watch at the gym or on the national stage. And some days I need just to be okay, be like, you're just a guy, just trying to be a little bit better than myself. I'm trying to beat myself a little bit every day. I'm not trying to beat Jason Hopper or Mitch or you. Like, there are days I do want that. I'm like, come on, I can catch up. But there are days where I just need to be Joel, just trying to be a little bit better. Having that as like a little gentle reminder in my head of like, hey man, like today, I took it real easy today because I needed to. And I just had to say, listen, you showed up, you're with your favorite people in the world, you've got your coaches here, just get some sweat in, move around a little bit, stay mobile, and just be grateful that you're there in the building. You showed up, you're doing more than 95% of people on earth, and just be grateful for it. Not every day is the PR day, not every day is the top score. It's just some days you just need to show up.
Yeah. And
I think maybe for you, coming out of this kind of crazy, busy time of your life personally, where you guys are moving and changing the whole landscape of the house, just show back up and be like, dude, I probably will feel like crap. I'll probably be a slog and I won't move how I did a month ago. But just show up and you'll be fine. You'll be right.
Yeah, that's good. While you were talking, I was thinking about, I'm a big Oklahoma City Thunder fan. They lost in the playoffs this year in a dramatic fashion in Game 7. And the coach or the GM gave his little post-season presser today. He does this every year. He'll answer every question. And so he sat there for like an hour 45. And because I'm a psychopath fan, I listened to it all while driving back and forth to work. And one thing about what you were just saying and like what he was talking about, one of the guys on the team, Chet, our center, or power forward, whatever, he had a really bad series against the Spurs. Victor Wembanyama made him seem like he just didn't have any confidence against this guy. Probably one of the main reasons the team ended up losing, outside of a couple of people not playing or being injured. And everybody's been roasting him just like nationally. It's just like, hey, this guy should not, you should trade him. He can't beat this guy. He can't get it back in his head. And he was talking about, the GM was just talking about, he's like, hey, this is our guy. Like, we trust the process. He doesn't need the motivation, the intrinsic motivation that you all think he does to like the outside noise. Because even when we won the title last year, he got back in the gym and just got better because he just wants to get better. And I know because of who he is, this is obviously going to motivate him, but we are confident he is going to be better anyway. Because like we drafted him to be like this type of guy because he doesn't need, and this team doesn't need that outside noise as like something to keep building because they're just going to keep building because they want to. And while you're just kind of talking about, just kind of showing back up, like obviously comparing ourselves to top tier athletes again, but it is kind of like the thing where it's like, sometimes I feel like I do need like very specific things to motivate me. And I probably haven't had that for a little bit in the gym. Like that's one reason I've been having a lot of fun working with some of Jason's programming is like, I don't have like a number on a lift I'm working for. And like, I'm not like when I get to this percentage body fat and look chiseled, like I'll be happy. It's just kind of like, hey, I'm just showing up because I enjoy the process. And just something about like just talking through that and like you saying that's just like resonating. I'm like, hey, just showing up, just being motivated just to kind of just get a little better and just show up. That hits home. I like that.
I think, dude, once you get in that gym and like even in your head, you're going there, you're like, I drank too much. My diet was shit. I didn't sleep. This is not going to be a great session. As soon as those thoughts are there, it probably won't be a great session. But if you're just like, dude, I'm just so grateful I have this gym. I have these coaches that like genuinely love me and are excited for my progress. And I get to like try something today and learn something, find something out about myself. Those are such awesome days. And it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have to be this like ripping day where you're like, dude, I set like the record. Some days you just show up and just go, man, I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy that I get the chance. My body operates in this way that I get to like do this. It's super cool. It's super, super cool.
Yeah.
My
That's
mom.
good. That's good advice, dude. Wait, you got to get some mom advice?
No, my mom, she's so sweet. You obviously have spent tons of time with her. She's an absolute saint. She goes, she says, this is like last week. She goes, her and dad were asking me about CrossFit, and they're like, what goes on in that gym? I was like, well, how do you mean? We exercise. And she goes, I saw a video of you walking on your hands. What kind of sorcery is that? You're walking down a hallway on your hands. I was like, yeah. Coaches kind of told me what to do and how to focus on my position, and I just practiced.
Like, I've seen a Halloween demon movie.
Yeah. She goes, she's like, you walk upside down in your gym for fitness? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, well, that's good for you. That's incredible. Good for you. I thought, it's so funny having a 71-year-old woman who does absolutely zero exercise. She eats really clean, but doesn't exercise. And she just goes, that's what's happening over there? I was like, Mom, we do some weird stuff happening there. We do some weird stuff. I was like, but yeah, we get upside down, we do whatever. And she was just like, that's amazing. And I was like, that's such an interesting view because she has literally never seen a CrossFit workout. She's never watched the game. She doesn't know anything. And she's like, they just taught you how to walk upside down? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, that's incredible. And like, I'm not a games athlete, but she just goes, that's amazing. Your body can you've learned to do that? I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, sometimes those conversations are fantastic too. When you talk to someone completely detached from it all and they just go, wow, that's great. And you're like, oh, am I doing good things here? I'm like, oh, that's great. So those moments are always encouraging in a very unexpected way.
Yeah, I love that.
The
other day, my dad sent me some video of him out golfing with some of his buddies, and I was in the middle of doing like a snatch session. This is like a month or so back, and so I was like, I'll just send a picture of my dad, or a video of me doing. I think it was like a big snatch. I think I did like 150 on a power snatch for me, which was like right at like my PR. And I sent it to him. I'm like, Dad's gonna be stoked. Like, which he has no reason to be because he's never watched CrossFit. He goes, he's like, oh, that looks really good, buddy. Just great job. And I was like, is that it, Dad? I was like, that was close to like obviously didn't say any of that, but I was just like, come on, dude. Like, don't you see what I'm doing here?
That's
This
how
means so much to me.
that's how I feel sometimes. I'll post a score, I'll post a lift, and just be like, in my head, I'm thinking like, man, I was pushing, and then
Yeah.
like no, there's no response. It's just crickets across any of my friends at the gym, the scoreboard, crickets. And I'm like, do you guys need to know how much I weigh? Guess how much I weigh. Do you want to know? I'll tell you. Then you'll be proud of me. You know, what I mean? Like I'm looking for the validation. Yeah, it was a 250 back squat. They're like, okay. I'm like, I weigh 160 pounds. Okay, you should be proud of me. No one cares. It's like, they're just like, cool, good job, buddy. I don't know what to tell you. I had this thing. This was, we haven't talked in a couple weeks, and I felt like I was like, I'm a preacher right now. I feel like I'm a preacher going up on like a Sunday morning. But this was in my head, and I want to ask your thoughts on this. I haven't told you anything about this, but I'm just going to throw it at you. I was at a client's house working, and we were going through a couple details, and we went through her office, and on her computer, she had, it was like frozen. She'd paused it. It was like a Twitch stream of she was watching someone play a video game. Okay, I'll say it again. She was sitting down, spending hours of her day just watching. She wasn't doing anything, watching someone play a game. And it bothered me all day. All day. It gets worse. That night I come home, and my daughter comes home from school. This is before school was out. And she goes, Mom, I want to do some art. And after art, I want to watch this thing. And she told Katie what it was. I didn't know what it was. And Katie goes, that's fine. You can watch it after you finish your art. And I walk by the kitchen. She has a little iPad on the island, and she's watching a little girl on YouTube playing with a doll in a dollhouse. She was staring at a screen, watching a kid play with a doll in a dollhouse. And I spiraled. And I went out mowing the lawn, and I was just like in my head with my mower. It's like, and it goes for a lot of things, and it made me think about CrossFit. We have become a culture of viewers, not doers. I'm on the podium. I'll say it again, people. For y'all
Viewers,
who didn't hear
not
it.
doer.
We have become a culture of viewers, not doers. People think about shit I've seen on like YouTube, and all of a sudden I stop. It'll go, Norwegian boy builds off-grid cabin by hand. And I'm like, I'm watching this. You're guilty too, right? We watched it. We're like, wait, what? And you click it, and he's like this kid in Norway with a axe, and he's building a house. And you're like, I'm going to watch this whole hour-long YouTube thing.
I keep getting fed this one of like this guy who's like, I bought an old golf course, and I'm just remodeling it one day at a time.
Yes, and you're like, dude, I have to follow this series.
Like 25 minutes at a time.
Yes.
I'm just like, oh, dude, that's great. And I'm just like, oh my God, so much time spent watching this.
Well, exactly. So I was like, man, when we were kids, we would play Halo together. We would play Need for Speed or whatever. We just wanted to do the thing. Like we weren't in a culture of like just sitting back watching something else unfold in front of you, and you did not participate in that thing. And like I don't know what it is.
You're talking like also like back when we were in high school, a whole bunch of our friends weren't sitting on podcast mics talking about the workouts they did.
No, they were not. That is very true. But I was thinking back to my brother was a big CrossFit fan back in like the Froning days. Like he was really into it. I remember him telling me about it, and I was just like 130 pound like rock and roll kid. I was like, oh crap, what you're talking? Whatever, cool. These guys work out on TV, and he was like, it's the sickest thing. Yeah, but now I was like, why didn't you do it? Like you were really into it. Why? What was your barricade? And to be fair, people have barricades for multitudes of reasons, right? It could be scheduling, finances, an injury, whatever it might be. Like I'm not holding Seth's feet to the flame and be like, but why didn't you do it? You watched it, but why didn't you do it? But I do think it's really important to keep yourself in check, that you don't become enamored with something in front of you that feels unattainable just because you have convinced yourself it's unattainable, instead of trying to find your place in that world. Like we talked about Coach Mike. Mike liked collecting whiskeys and talking to people about how to make whiskey. So he and his friend, who also are nerds about whiskey, were like, well, let's just do that. We'll be a part of that world. And like I really love and respect people that do that. And I think I just became really grateful that this is something we were doing. We talked about doing a podcast. We talk about wanting to try these things. And outside of the podcast, just fitness as a whole, we talk so much about it. I was like, I'm really, really grateful that I think we're both good at being doers, not just viewers, you know? And but to anyone listening, if I can encourage anybody anyway, think about that when you're watching stuff or when you're absorbing things around you. Don't just absorb them, but like try to put yourself in that world. Don't watch someone play a video game. Go try to figure out how to play the game. Play the game. Build the Lego tower that takes like a year. Like do those things. I think it's really important that we do those things as like human beings. I think it's massive. There you go. That's the end of my sign off. That's it. I'm done.
Viewers, not doers. Viewer,
Viewer,
be a doer instead of a viewer.
Yeah. We're leaning. I think as a world, we've become so stuck on like watching stuff unfold because it's so easy. Phones, laptops, iPads, it's all just click, 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 pop, pop, pop. And sometimes you need to slow down, step back, and be like, I want to feel. I want to like analog. I want to hold a guitar and like learn a chord or like pick up a barbell. I think it's really important we do those things.
I was listening to Jack Antonoff, famous producer, musician, Bleachers, Taylor Swift's albums, all that stuff, all the accolades. And he was talking about like the AI generation and the tech generation and this similar type of concept, right? Where everybody's watching, internet's taking over everything as it has been for the last, 10, 20, 30 years. AI is not taking over everything. He's like, are you worried? Are you concerned? Like, about people? And he's like, no, not at all. Because like, one, if you intrinsically want to be somebody who creates something, you would do it for free. And that's why the music industry is already like effed, right? Is because like we already don't value the thing we create because we would do it for free. But then two, like people who have to create, like once you get that bug of like doing something, you can't stop. It's like impossible. And so it's just like people are going to continue creating, like no matter what. And it's kind of the same thing you're talking about. It's like once you catch that bug of like being somebody that does something, we're obviously talking a lot about CrossFit here. It's something I'm always trying to talk to my kids about too. It's just like getting out of the, watching other things or just assuming other things are for other people. Once you kind of like get the taste of like accomplishing things and doing things, like, dude, it is hard to stop. And I mean, you and I have had a lot of that with, the band we were in growing up. CrossFit is kind of the flavor of the couple years now. And it's great to find those things that make you feel intrinsically proud that you're creating something, that you're doing something, that you're progressing in something. And that analog feeling, like you're saying. I know we're pretty far away from like our CrossFit topic, but like, I totally agree with you, man. Like, I think like overall is finding things, that you can feel like you've accomplished on a day-to-day basis is something that will meaningfully change and kind of like adjust your perception on your life.
Yeah. I think what you said is great. Like find your bug, find the bug the thing that gets in your head. Like, this is exciting. This is interesting, challenging, inspiring. Yeah, I think it's great. I hope my kids can also kind of do that same thing, whatever that might be. Find your bug, let it chew on you a little bit.
Yeah. So after that segment, we're not going to get sponsored by YouTube, Apple, anything like that.
Did I just?
But I think it's a decent one. No.
It's just the truth. I'm here for truth, man.
It is. Truth bombs, as they call them. So I have a couple quick things.
Go.
One, back to CrossFit. I didn't talk to you about this, but there was something a couple weeks ago that I've been kind of chewing on that like has got me very excited. It's in the like spirit of workout of the week. There was this workout we did before getting into like all of the moving stuff. Maybe it was like right around there. But it was kind of like a gymnastics thing. I think I might have mentioned it to you on the phone, but it was like a whole bunch of muscle ups
Yep.
And it was a whole bunch of, it was supposed to be like handstand walking or handstand push-ups. And so we've talked a little bit about my not being able to be upside down at all, not being able to do it.
You skated past that. You're like, it was some muscle ups and handstand stuff. Anyway.
Yeah. I'm not jealous at all about your mom being happy for you handstand walking at all. Like I just, I'm very happy for you. It's great. I'm working on it. Okay. I'm working on it. So a really big deal was in this workout. Two things happened all simultaneously. One, instead of doing handstand walking or handstand push-ups, I did a ton of wall kick-ups, descents. But I did them in a workout, just not like just hanging out, just like try one. But I did like multiple of them, like multiple times in a workout. So I was already fatigued. It was awesome. I was like very proud of myself. I was like, yeah,
that's big.
This feels great. I was kicking up. One of my buddies, Louise, kind of helped me with some like hand positioning. He's like, you're way too close to the wall. Like I felt really, really good about that. And then number two, Jason and I have just been doing tons of like strength training stuff. Like he's always kind of giving me these pulling exercises and whatever. And, haven't like really like pulled it together in terms of like remeasuring something. But this workout specifically had, before you went and did the handstands, you did 5 bar muscle ups. And so it was 5 bar muscle ups for 5 rounds. And 4 of the 5 rounds, I got 5 bar muscle ups unbroken. In a workout, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, drop. And like, I surprised the heck out of myself because I hadn't tried to do that in a long time. And dude, I did the first one. I was like, that was probably the only time I'll get that. It happened again. It happened again. It happened again. The 5th time I did 3 and I was just like, there's no way. And I dropped and did another one. But dude, it was fun to see like the small incremental work on like the pulling, like all of the stuff, the different things we've been doing with cable machines, whatever, just starting like to translate to something like that I wasn't really expecting, like all that strength to kind of show up in that moment. I thought I was going to do like 2-2-1 or 3-2 or 3-1-1 or something, but it was sweet. I was stoked on it.
That's savage. I think that moment for you, what's the word I'm looking for? Like having the handstand work within a WOD was how I felt like the first time I was like, I'm going to go for doubles. I'm going to do it. I'm going to just fire them off and see what happens. It's a wild, you're like, dude, I just put them inside of a workout. All of a sudden it feels like it's a real thing. It's super exciting. Yeah, it's the best feeling.
Speaking of that, we're going to do a little update. I have to like pull together some of the film of my handstand work. And I'll pull together some of the film from your double unders. Like very clear, talk about earlier, hyperbolic or not, what I was saying earlier, like about how I feel right now about like just being in this like little bit of like a, little bit of a rut, let's call it. Like the past couple months, there has been a lot of good progress on some different things we are working on, which will be exciting. And that being said, like I'll get that posted. But like the more exciting thing is over the next, what's today? June 8th. I'm going to be 1 week from today. 1 week from today, I'm going to be in Virginia with you. I'll be in DC for a little bit, but I'll be back in Richmond for at least 5 days. We'll be able to work out and then turn it around.
10
like
days.
3 weeks.
10 days. 10 days after you leave, I show up in California. Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to have a training extraordinaire.
Training
extravaganza is the word I'm looking for. Training extravaganza. Yeah. Dude, it's going to be meat wagon summer. It's going to be awesome. I'm in bulk. For those who don't know, meat wagon is the term your coach, Jason, lovingly, I think, penned as he's trying to bulk. Because he's like he's one
all
of the,
over social media with the meat wagon.
As far as games athletes go, he's probably one of the leaner, smaller guys that have ever really competed as far as weight. He's probably bottom 20%, taking nothing away from him. I've seen him lift.
I think bottom 20? I don't know.
Probably. I think he's like
we'll have to have him on. Well, I'm sure
we'll talk to Jason.
I'm sure he knows his stats versus the field better than we do.
I'll tell you one thing though. Like I've met him, I'm like, oh, you're a normal guy, and I see him pick up a barbell. I'm like, never mind, you're not normal. That's not normal stuff. So I decided to follow in his
Shout out
footsteps.
Coach Jason.
Shout out Coach Jace. I'm going for meat wagon summer myself. I've been taking this mass builder. It's it's a protein powder. Pete, you're gonna love this.
What is in that,
dude? Toxic things, dude.
I eat super clean all day, all
dude.
Organic, all pasture raised, and then
I take mass
this little
builder
thing at the end of the day called mass builder.
So mass builder. Here's the fun fact on this. So most protein powders are calorically really lean and really obviously protein dense. This one is not that. This one is a serving of mass builder is 50 grams of protein. The calorie count 1,500.
That's 2 Big Mac meals or something.
Dude, and I take it every single day.
What is the serving size? Like, is it powder?
It's powder, dude. The serving size, when you get like creatine or protein, they give you the little cup with the little arm. They give you a measuring cup with like a fist handle, and you have to shovel it. It's absurd. I'm trying so hard to get big, but as of today, ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to announce, with the help of my new sponsor, Mass Builder, I am at a healthy 170 pounds.
Good, dude. I'm excited for your weight gain, but we started off this. You're just like talking about Jason and saying how he was like doing like his
peanut butter and jellies,
meat wagon, and he's like, been like, I'm just gonna get there, but ordering one peanut butter and jelly a day. You're like,
I take mass builder.
Mass builder.
And chemically, I don't know what's in it. Like, I have no idea. I'm just like, they're like, it's 1,500 calories a serving. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. I just need to gain weight. I have to get bigger.
What's that happen? What? I need to see a video of this when you put it into water. Is it water or milk or?
I'll do either one. Yeah, water.
Okay, so but it blends. It turns into like a shake.
Yeah. So in the morning, for breakfast, it's 2 eggs, two eggs, Greek yogurt, whole milk, mass builder, creatine, 2 bananas, raw honey, raw peanut butter, and I drank that, and that's breakfast. It's like 100 grams of protein and like probably 2,000 calories, and I drank it for breakfast every day.
That is, I'm proud of you.
I'm going ham
for having structure.
Lunch today was a pound of beef. Mm-hmm. I literally ate a pound of beef for lunch. I was just like, all right, I need protein. Here we go. We
got to wrap this. We're at time, but like, I have so many questions about your digestive tract.
Look at that thing. That should be. Call the veterinarian. These puppies are sick. I mean, that right there.
Oh, freaking love that.
Dude, it's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time. I will definitely need you to keep me on track when you get here because I gotta work off all this meat. Once I bulk, I got to actually like regulate and like get back into.
No, you're not bulking and cutting. You need to keep the bulk going on.
Just keep going? All right.
You're in a perpetual like 2-year bulk.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. I'm officially up 25 pounds since the day I started CrossFit.
That's great.
I'm 35 pounds heavier than the day I got married, which is insane to me.
What's the time domain since you started?
CrossFit, it was 27 months. So 2 years, 3 months.
Look at that, man. Less than like under a pound, like a pound a month. That's healthy. That's great.
Yeah, basically, like a pound a month. Yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah, it's funny. You just exercise and just eat, and it's been great. So
I cannot wait to see you at like 210 in like 4 years.
That's never going to happen. I don't think my frame will ever make north of 200. I just don't think.
How heavy was your brother? His heaviest?
Oh, he got way out of shape. He was like a 215, 220.
No,
I mean,
he was just he just self-proclaimed dirty bull.
when he was big and strong and like real strong and like 195 for him. He looked good at 195. When he got north of like 210, it started just. He was like, I don't even feel good. He would try to run. He's like, I felt slow, and you know, it is what it is. But
I think at this exact same time that 210 plus was happening, he was trying to lift a lot of weight. He was also the self-proclaimed like Ranchosaurus Rex burger maker, where he would just take bacon and ranch and jalapenos and just like stuff them all into a hamburger. So, I mean, there's reasons for how we felt.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
All right. Next time we talk,
we'll be sitting side by side.
Maybe side by side on the pod.
Yeah, it's a week from now. Let's do it.
Looking forward to it. Can't wait, dude. It's gonna be a
all right, bro. Well, listen, I can tell the sun's still shining where you're at. Go soak it up, dude. I'm gonna go pass out. I'm gonna go sleep.
Yeah, man. It's summertime. It's summertime, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. All right, dude.
All right.
Good run.
Talk to you next time.
Catch you on the next one, buddy.